Hello students, good evening. Myself Mr. Mehraj. I am Professor of Botany. I hope you all must be fine, healthy and enjoying your learnings these days. Okay. Now today I will discuss about the few questions and their solution which are based on the need pattern. Okay. Let me discuss about the questions here. There is a question you can read out here from here. Which one of the following matches is the correct? Now in this box it is given their options. The option number 1, there is given the example Alternaria. Okay, and it's in this box number 1, sexual reproduction is absent, deuteromycete group, and mucor reproduction by conjugation, ascomycetes. Third option, agaricus parasitic fungus, basidiomycetes. Fourth option, Phytophthora, aseptate mycelium and basidiomycete. These are the groups. Now in this, the student, you should be very thorough about the concept about different types of the fungi, different groups of the fungi, then you will be able to answer such questions. Okay, say for example, what would be the right answer of this question? Now if you tell you the first one, example Alternaria, in this sexual reproduction is absent and the group is deuteromycete. It is the Alternaria is the example of the deuteromycete fungi. Deuteromycete fungi of the group of the fungi which exhibits only a sexual reproduction and vegetative reproduction. Their sexual reproduction is completely absent. So this option, it is correct option. This is the answer of this question. Why not these three options will not be the answer? Say for example, if I take the mucor. The mucor is the example of zygomycete fungi. The group coming under the mucor is the zygomycete, but here is mentioned ascomycete fungi, so it is not correct. Okay, reproduction done by conjugation is right. Agaricus, option parasitic fungi. Now agaricus is not a parasitic fungi. The agaricus is the saprophytic fungi. Okay, it comes under the group of the basidiomycete. That is the right, this is the wrong. Phytophthora, Phytophthora comes under the category of the oomycetes, but it is showing here basidiomycetes, so it is not a correct. Aseptate mycelium is correct. So in that manner, the option 1 will be the right answer of this question. Okay, I hope this answered your question. Fine. So let me move to the next question. I'll read out the question here. The question number 2 is, okay, let me write here as well the question, that you will be going to understand as well. The question number 2 is, in a moss, the sporophyte is, then option A, it produces the gametes. It produces the gametes. Option number 1, produces the gametes that give rise to the gametophyte. That give rise to gametophyte. That is the option 1. Option B, arises from the spore. It arises from spore produced from the gametophyte. Produced from gametophyte. Option C, manufactures food. Manufactures food for itself as well as for gametophyte. And option number D is partially parasitic on gametophyte. On gametophyte. Now students, the student who is very thorough about the concept about the structure of sporophyte in bryophytes will be able to answer such question. Okay. Now, what is sporophyte? Sporophyte is a structure which is a diploid structure, and this diploid structure get developed on the haploid structure called gametophyte. So the gametophyte is the main plant body which manufactures the food, but the sporophytic body, it obtains the food on the gametophyte, so it lives as a parasite. And this is in primitive species, it lives as the complete parasite, and in the advanced species, it lives partially as the parasite. That is about the sporophytic body. Now, if we talk about the options, sporophyte produces the gametes, give rise to the gametophyte. Sporophyte is the body which produces the spores. It is also called sporangium. It does not produce the gametes. Okay, so in that case, this is not the ideal answer. Second option, it arises from the spore produced from the gametophyte. As I told, gametophyte is a body which produces the gametes, not the spores. So that is not right also. Manufactures the food for itself as well as gametophyte. As I told, sporophytic body is the body which does not manufacture the food. Okay, so this is not also correct. Now, is partially parasitic in gametophyte? It is the right answer. So this sporophytic body, it lives on the gametophyte partially as a parasitic body. Okay, so that is the right answer. I hope this answered your question. Fine. So let's move to the next question. Question number 3. Now let me read out the question. Next question. Next question is, which of the following is common? Which of the following is common in multicellular fungi? Okay. Filamentous algae, and protonema of mosses. Okay. Now, according to this question, which is the option that is common in these three: multicellular fungi, filamentous algae, and mosses? The student who knows, who have the knowledge, who have the concept clarity about fungi as well as filamentous algae as well as the mosses or bryophytes will be able to give this answer. Okay. Say for example, the options are given here. Option number 1, diplontic life cycle. Okay, diplontic life cycle. Option B, members of plant kingdom. Option number C, mode of nutrition. And option number D, multiplication by fragmentation. Now let me explain. If we take multicellular fungi are unicellular as well as multicellular. Okay, filamentous fungi, there are different types of fungi, unicellular, filamentous type. Okay, protonema of the mosses, as we discussed now mosses, algae, and multicellular fungi. If we take the first option, diplontic life cycle. Now if we take diplontic life cycle, who's the life cycle whose whole life is going under the diplontic stage, that's called diplontic life cycle. Now multicellular fungi, in fungi they obtain the diplontic life cycle, but not all the fungi. Similarly, filamentous algae, some algae are haplontic, some diplontic, some haplodiplontic. Protonema of mosses, that is haplodiploidic. Okay, so this will be not the ideal for that. It is not common in all. Now, similarly, members of the plant kingdom, as algae and mosses, they are the coming under the algae, and bryophytes are the members of plant kingdom, but fungi are different kingdom. Okay, that is from different from plant kingdom. Mode of nutrition, autotrophic, heterotrophic, mixotrophic. Okay, this is completely different. They have multi-cell, they have heterotrophic mostly, there are autotrophics also, so it is not common in all. Now the fourth option, multiplication by fragmentation, this option is the right option, because these all organisms, fungi, they reproduces asexually by fragmentation, algae reproduce asexually by fragmentation, and protonema of the moss, they also have the ability at the juvenile phase to reproduce asexually by the fragmentation. So this fourth option is the right answer for this question. I hope this answered your question. Okay, thank you very much.